What's up, guys? This is Bobby Douglas, and this is just the second half of the Tennessee LSU game where we're taking a look at LSU guard Skylar Mays. Did a lot of things well in the first half, so hopefully he continues it in the second half. And he's in for the entire second half, so we don't have to do any skipping. And let's get right into it.
8 field goals, 9 made three-pointers.
There we go. I don't know why that wasn't unmuted. But again, he's in. A quick little deflection out of bounds right there, so. So Mays is on Vescovi, it looks like right now. Looks like he's cutting off that pass right there. And let's see. Again, active hands, looking for a steal. Second time he reached. Good job walling up right there. No foul call. Very solid defensive play from Mays right there. And tough make for LSU. Or for Tennessee, but. So here's Mays again. That time feeds the post out Emmett Williams. That time he did it again, and I don't know what happened there. Probably let him a little bit too far. I think we got a timeout for LSU, so I'll skip ahead. This is also from January 4th, 2020. I think I missed something here, but I'll rewind a little bit. This is from January 4th, 2020. So LSU might have just won or was about to win their national championship in football. There's Trendon Watford with a nice, strong post finish. And here's LSU running their press again. And again, look, they're trapping, switching, doing all these different looks at Tennessee. And again, so Mays is on Yves Pons, who's probably got around 2 or 3 inches on him. That got deflected, I think. Oh, shot clock violation. I don't care to go beyond the bucket. Sean Farnham. And so here's Mays coming off a DHO. And again, right there, so he made that shot. That's exactly what I want him to do more of. The second he gets that little pocket of space where the defense kind of sags off a little bit in the mid-range, I think he really needs to take advantage of those mid-range jump shots because those are where he's at its best. Oh, he just stepped out of bounds. It's a shame, but hopefully we see this again right here. No, never mind. We're just still talking about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, I will say, I'm not a big football guy, but I'll watch a little bit, and I'll watch, I go to Notre Dame and stuff, so I obviously I know enough about football to, talk about it. But Joe Burrow might have been the most impressive college quarterback I've seen in a while. Just the throws he was making in that Oklahoma game. I remember the Kentucky-Louisville game was going on, and that was like a really good game, went to overtime. And I couldn't take my eyes off of Joe Burrow and LSU just lighting up Oklahoma in the semifinal. I thought that was the most impressive display of offense I've ever seen in football. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents about college football for this year. Hopefully it happens this fall because Notre Dame plays Clemson, and I really need to go to that game. Yeah, there's some got jump ball here. It's going to stay with LSU. It's a nice field pass from Vescovi. Yeah, that's Emmett Williams just leaving Pons back door. That can't really happen for LSU. We got LSU ball back. So here's Mays again. That time he just gave a nice post feed to Emmett Williams, who just did the rest. Emmett Williams is a guy I hope he doesn't stay in the draft. I'm not sure if he made a final decision yet, but if he comes back, I think he could be a very solid NBA player. I just think he needs one more year to be a little bit more featured in the LSU offense, and I think he could be a pro. He's a rare breed, too. He's a 6'6" power forward. Is that travel? Oh, yikes. He's clearly got nice length, good athleticism. So right there. So Mays is guarding the inbounder right there. That time it looked like a little busted coverage. I think Darius Days let Fulkerson slip. Mays couldn't really do a whole lot about that. But again, I really like his mid-range game because he takes his time. And again, he's very comfortable shooting off of one or two dribbles and then just getting to his spot and rising and firing. I think that's something that'll translate to the NBA immediately, assuming he gets there. Good play from Watford right there. We got an alley-oop. Awesome from LSU right there. That was really good. And again, this game there without, I want to say Darius Days. I'm not 100% sure. But I believe they're out. They were without him. Even though I think I just said Darius Days let someone slip. I don't think they played with Darius Days today. Watford again with another really big block, and Mays got the ball, and now he's going to see what he does here. Good forward pass, and right on the money from Smart. Let's see if Watford hits it. Nope. Watford's another guy, too, I think, who would really benefit from another year in school. Get on media timeout here, so I'll skip all this in the free throws that follow it. Oh, I guess it wasn't a student foul. It's just clever from Vescovi throwing it off Mays. Oh, wait, no, is Days in? Days is in. My bad. So he did let him slip. I'm just looking up his number right now. Yeah, okay. He's number 0. Okay, my bad. He is in. He's a guy I like in the NBA draft as well. I hope he stays. He's another one like Watford where I hope he stays. But I do like I like him as a prospect, just not necessarily this year. So Mays coming off. Looks like he's on Vescovi again. Watford grabbed that rebound. Ooh, they almost had Smart on the lob. Good action from LSU. Let's see if Days hits it. Nope. Mays, good job contending that. He wasn't really in a great position vertically, but he was able to use his arms and just his overall defensive positional awareness to alter that shot and force a miss for Tennessee. Watford's really played well in the second half so far. Post entry right there. It doesn't look like we have anything there. Good. Good board from Days, and he finishes. So Mays out on, looks like, couldn't really tell, but a good job funneling him toward the baseline. I think that was Jordan Bowden. But that was a good job for Mays, just not allowing a shot to get off. And again, just funneling him towards the baseline, using the baseline as an extra defender. Again, that's what I mean. He's just very aware of where he is on the court and knowing how to use certain tactics to his advantage. I think he's really good at recognizing his own points of strength. That time he did a good job with a little, it wasn't really a handoff, but it was a little shovel pass for an open three who his teammate knocked it down for. Right here again, we're going to have Vescovi with another three. Jeez, he's been on fire today. Let's see what he does here. Ran a similar action with Days setting a back screen for Smart. That time, good job finding the open popper, and Days knocked it down again. Again, I do think he's a little bit underrated in ball screens. I do think he can handle a little bit. Just like I don't like it when he's being relied upon to go one-on-one against people. Because I don't think he has the burst to really do that. But if you set a screen for him and you give him a little bit of space, I think he's a totally different player. He's so much more dynamic passing the ball as well as shooting it. Nothing really happening here. Let's see if he gets the ball. 5 seconds. No, it looks like it's going to be a Javonte Smart ISO. It's a really good play from Javonte Smart. There you go. So Mays, I think that's Josiah Jordan James he's guarding. And he was a guy who was he was a 5-star coming out of high school, I want to say. Might have been a McDonald's All-American too. He's a 6'6 guard, point guard. Didn't really run a whole lot of point guard this year just because of Tennessee's personnel, but next year it should be interesting to see where he plays. So gonna curl around the screen. I would like to see a ball screen set for Mays right here. Again, look how he's just palming the ball. Let's see if he finishes that. So right there, again, you kind of saw he kind of got swallowed up by the defense. He did a decent job getting that shot off as a whole, but he just doesn't really have that burst that you're looking for, in my opinion. We got a media timeout here. But I wish LSU would run him out of more ball screens because I do think he's a very good passer in spots. And again, he's a guy where if you give him an inch of space off the screen, he's capable of getting that shot off. So I do like that. So here's Mays inbounding it. I'm going on really here. Let's get it back to him. Yep. All right. So let's see what they run for Mays here. I want to see what they do. So fake ball screen right there. Not a great pass. I wouldn't have really forced it into that window. Even if he did, it wasn't a good pass positionally or accuracy-wise, so I don't really like that decision from Mays. I just like using him in situations where, if he's coming off a pin down on the wing, I think if he curls and then he could hit the roll, man, we saw him do that in the first half one time. Someone who could come off pin downs and knock down a turnaround jump shot. I do think there's a lot of things you can do with Mays. It's just he's not going to be a guy who's going to be like the lead ball handler of your team. And he was never that at LSU either. Got a foul here. Just let it run. So here he's on the ball. I do like the way that when he decides to go, the second he sees his man pick up a dribble, he's active in his face. He's very disciplined, I think, on defense. So he won't get called for a lot of fouls by jumping into dudes off of shot fakes. Doesn't really go for a lot of shot fakes in general. So I do think he's a very smart defender, and that'll obviously translate well. Again, NBA teams love basketball IQ. Let's see if he hits this three. Good use of a shot fake right there. Woo. Damn. If he could have gotten that one to go, that would have been really impressive. But again, he's not super quick, but he is really effective at using that ball fake and that shot fake to get by his man. He has a really convincing one just because the way he shoots it, it looks like he could go either way all the time. And right there, let's see what he does. That wasn't really a foul. He just got stuffed by the rim, honestly. Maybe on the back end of that, but I didn't really see any. Yeah, I think Pons did a really good job just staying out of the contact zone right there. I think that's a good no call from the official. Do a timeout. Do we have something going on here? So Mays is going to bring the ball up here. Looks like he's being guarded by, I want to say that's Jalen Johnson for Tennessee. Again, the video quality today isn't super great, but it's the best game of Mays that I could find, without really encroaching on other games that I want to use for LSU. Because I still got Trenton Watford I want to do a video on. I want to do a video on Darius Days, assuming he stays in. Again, after August 3rd, we'll know a lot more about the people in the draft, so that'll make my job a lot easier, but we're still around 6 weeks away from that date. So right there, he did a pretty good job of just staying vertical. His foot slipped a little bit, it looked like, but he did a nice job recovering and getting a nice contest on that shot. Got another foul here. Tennessee hasn't been called for a foul this entire half, and it's been around 11 and a half minutes so far. It's pretty impressive. That should have been a foul, yeah. I mean, why is Emmett Williams complaining there? He totally bear hugged him from behind. Not sure I get that, really. So Mays is going to be on the ball here, and here's Josiah Jordan James, it looks like. Mays guarding him. And again, James is a little bit taller than him, but just Mays is just compact and stout defensively, so he can stay in front of bigger guys, I think. He wanted that steal right there. If Fulkerson made that pass to Mays' man, Mays would have picked that off. He was right in that area where he just comes out of nowhere and steals it. That would have been a steal. So here's Mays on the ball. Let's see. They're going to run a screen for him. Good. Again, so he has Fulkerson on him, but again, he's not a big time on the dribble creator. And Days is going to get that. Put it back. Vescovi with an awesome, awesome pass to Fulkerson, I think. That was awesome. Or no, that was not Fulkerson. That's don't remember that guy's name. It's hard to see like the numbers and stuff with this game. It's a nice little play from LSU. Good ball movement, switching the point of attack. Mays wasn't involved in that, but I appreciate good passing when I see it. Nothing really going on with Mays there. Let's see, here we go. So that time he totally let his man go by him on a box out. He got called ball watching right there. I don't think it was his man that ended up getting a rebound, but he had no interest in boxing out right there. That's a tough look. He doesn't make a habit of doing that though, so. Got a foul on the ground, it looks like, against Tennessee, so that'll take us to the under 8 media timeout. Went a pretty long time without having a stoppage there. Tennessee also for next year is going to be my pick to win the SEC, just FYI. They have a ton of talent returning. And obviously they lose Bowden and Lamonte Turner, even though they lost him earlier in the year, but They got Fulkerson coming back. They have 2 5-star guards coming in. Vescovi coming back. Josiah Jordan James coming back. Pons coming back, assuming he stays. They're going to have a very, very solid team next year. Rick Barnes has done an awesome job turning that program around. When they had Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield, that was one of my favorite teams to watch. I got to see Admiral Schofield actually play in high school a few times. He was very good. Okay, that's just not a good shot overall. Not a good possession for LSU. Not a lot of movement there. So it looks like Mays is guarding Bowden right now. See what he does with him. Not a whole lot going on right now. Mays is on the ball right now. See what he does. Again, look at how perfect his stance is and everything. His back isn't hunched over. His arms are engaged, hands are up. Just a really disciplined defender overall, I'll say. And again, you could tell that just immediately from his stance. So May is acting as the initiator on offense here. Right there, showed a little bit of shake right there, trying to get his man off him. That was a pretty good dribble move. Led to a foul being drawn for LSU, but again, that was a nice little dribble sequence for Skylar Mays right there. Ooh, bailout foul right there. Wofford's going to shoot free throw, so I'll skip these. This should be the second one. So Mays being part of that Will Raid press. It looked like a pseudo press right there. A little bit late to react right there on the Iverson cut from number 5 on Tennessee. Looks like we got another foul, and Tennessee's going to be in the bonus, so I will skip these free throws. This is Pons shooting free throws, actually, so you will watch him. Rimmed out. And here's Mays again. So he's being trusted to lead the offense late in the game, it looks like. A little bit more than he was the rest of the game. And again, that's just, he's a senior, obviously, probably a leader on this team. Here he's on the ball again. That's a big-time shot from Skylar Mays. Really well done. And again, look at how picture perfect his form is right there. And again, it didn't matter if the defender was right there. He still got it off, and it was a perfect make. Really good job. And that's a huge shot for LSU, too. Late in the shot clock, puts him up 12 with under 4 minutes left. And right there, he got that steal, and he's going to go and dunk it right now, it looks like. Yep. Really good. Reach from behind right there. Yeah, he's pumped. Look at that. He is super excited. Really awesome sequence right there for Skylar Mays. Hits the 3, gets the steal, gets the dunk. We'll see right here. This is the 3. And again, perfect. Makes that. And then they didn't show the back tap steal, but they showed the dunk. And again, he is so pumped. That's really fun to see. That's an awesome sequence from Mays. Probably his best of the game. So now Mays is right in the face of Vescovi. Good job getting around that screen. Yep, right there. Good help from Watford, and then Watford got back. LSU looks pretty dialed in right now, and they should be. They're going to win this game. That time, Mays maybe got a little bit too comfortable, slid too far into the lane, and then ultimately gave up a 3 for Vescovi. Probably should have been a little bit more concerned with him, even though it's not his guy to start off with. But Dade's going to set a screen for Mays. Here we go. Let's see what he does. Looks like we got a foul on Vescovi, so Mays did good job drawing the foul right there. I'm telling you, he does that thing where he just moving the ball without dribbling it. It's kind of cool. And just palming it. Kind of toying with the defender. See what he does here. Tough floater, but I get that. Late shot clock. Big time rebound for LSU right there, and they got another 30 seconds to work with, or 20 seconds to work with the new rule. See what Mays does here. Ooh, almost threaded a needle right there. It's still going to be LSU ball. I like his thinking on that play, though. Are they going to have 1 second on the shot clock? Yeah. There we go. Let's see what they do with 1 second on the shot clock. Oh, they almost had it, too. Not a good feed, but Mays did a nice job selling that. He actually set the back screen for the ooper and the alley-ooper, but it just looked like a little bit too high of a pass. But Mays set that screen. He busted that up, and then they almost had it. Would have been a really cool play. But again, Mays can be used as a screener. I'm trying to think of areas. Honestly, I could see Mays being used in the pick and roll as a roller. Because if he's got a nice 30 base, so he can set good screens. He can pop really well, obviously, because he can hit that 3. And then with the roll, I think he could be pretty effective in a short roll situation. I know he's only 6'4", but I do think that's something that he could be pretty successful at the NBA level. Good reach and recover. Good job staying attached, and then they ultimately just switched it. So now he's on Pons. Going to stay on Pons, it looks like. And there's a turnover for LSU. Got that ball back. Final minute 40 of this game. Mays is coming off a bunch of screens right now. Let's see what he does. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Use him in the pick and roll. Again, both guys kind of came after him. Good job finding Watford, and surprise, no foul there, but Watford did a good job staying with the play. Good job right there, because he saw that his initial option was covered. Watford did a good job showing. And Mays hit him with that one-handed wraparound pass, and it was pretty solid. So we got more just Tennessee inbound. Good job from Days, and Days is going to throw it ahead to Watford. Looks like they're going to foul him. Yeah, I don't know why necessarily, but LSU isn't even in the bonus yet. Now they are, so I'll skip these free throws. Oh, Mays is shooting. My bad. I will miss that free throw anyway. So, but again, 85% from the line, so you're not going to make all of them. Got another foul. This should be the final possession right here. Let's see if Mays has anything notable. Because I believe LSU just dribbles out the clock. And that's going to be... Got another foul. Never mind. Nothing really going on there. We got another foul. I'll skip these free throws and then... Yeah, that's about it. They just dribble out the clock right here. So I will pause the video here. Nothing happened. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Skylar Mays. I think he's a very fun prospect to watch, just how fundamentally sound he is and how good of a shooter he is as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. And we will see you tomorrow for another breakdown. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. That really helps me out. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.